Hey everybody, got a comic book review for you today, and this is Loki #1. Look at this beautiful cover on this comic book. There's so many to choose from, but this is this is pretty cool. Isn't that a beautiful cover? So this comic starts out about talking about the Vikings and how they knew how to, the Norsemen, how they knew how to survive, how they knew how to hunt, raid, and kill. They also knew how to die, and they did that in abundance. They also knew how to mourn. They knew to bend the sword of a warrior and bury them alongside the corpse so they could be dead with might be honored. So the dead might be honored. They also knew it was right to groom the body before laying to rest, trim the beard and hair, but most importantly, to cut the fingernails short. To cut them short because of Loki. Loki used the fingernails of the dead to build this warship. That ship is made of dead fingernails. He built a ship from the unwanted, the unloved. He built this ship from us. So this is the ship talking. There has been false starts since then. Our sails have been unfurled, our boards trodden upon, many who cried of Ragnarok and sought to fell the gods. Yet the end of time has not come. Each time they have been thrust and we have ended up here under key of Asgard itself, locked in the dark. So this is the ship talking, made from the dead fingernails. We pass the time whispering to each other our tales of dread and woe. We wait for something to happen. Today, it appears, something may. Someone is about to steal us. It's very beautiful art in here. Now, Thor likes to check on his brother and see what his brother Loki is doing. Let's go to the Liar, Chapter 1. And here's Loki reading the newspaper in Florida. So they're just hanging out chatting. And he's supposed to be the king of the frost giants. So he's like, I rule my way, you rule your way, I rule mine. But he's decreed to his people that they should be taught how to read. So his people are learning how to read, because they're frost giants. So he's reading these little tiny books. How quick the brown fox. So he's letting them read. So these two here read one of the books, Illustrated Norse Myths of Children. So he read the book and heard about the story about the ship. So they're gonna steal the ship and take the kingdom for themselves. So they steal the long ship and flew it into time. And they're like, that's the world tree, dum-dum. They steered the ship right into the world tree. And kaboom. So So the ship hit the tree and broke into 3 pieces. They get launched into space. So 3 pieces of the ship are out in space. Loki, the damned ship is yours. Remind me, was it not meant to be under the Ivory Watchman? They said, we better go check this out. And he finds the book on the ship. Okay, that may have been my bad. So he's Loki, what's the matter? 3 pieces. It looks like. So 3 pieces of his ship are out in space. And he's like, is this like a cursed ship? It'd probably be fine. So the one piece landed in the world of the dwarves. Most of the dwarves are dead. There's a few dwarves left, but most of the dwarves are dead. Then the second piece got flown into the cosmic currents. So that's out there somewhere. Second piece. And the third piece fell into Midgard. So that's Earth. It actually hit a dumpster. And it was found right away. So humans got a piece of the cursed ship. He's like, I'll take care of it. I have to go find it. So he's like, you can't leave the ship here. Thor's like, you can't leave the ship here. So he shrank the size of his ship and put the ship in a bottle. I just gotta take it with me, and he can be led to the other pieces. So he's got the ship in this bottle, and he went home where he's supposed to be king. And he's looking for things. He's like, oh, I'm probably going to need this at some point. And he's like, pack me some sandwiches, the little guy. He says, and then he's like, well, the others are wondering if they might prepare for war. Because if ships or pieces are there, people might come and get them, right? And then he's talking, the frost giants have a bit of a grievance because they're not doing anything right. They want to fight. So he's like, should it come to it, are you ready for war? Aye. And should it come to it, will you follow me into battle, blindly ready to spill blood on my every order? Aye. And thirdly, are you aware that any of you who had a helping hand in runt and grunt of the stealing of the warship is cursed to die a horrible death very soon? She said anybody that helps steal the ship is going to be cursed and die. Because he's like, how did they know? How did they know to steal the ship? How do you know to fly the flight? How did they know to fly the ship? And they're just discussing it. He's asking all these questions. Okay, so as a component of a ship built for Ragnarok, we tend to discuss it amongst ourselves for a bit. So the ship is designed for Ragnarok. Ragnarok is the end of the world. It is the world in which we are to sail against the gods, and the gods die. Apparently it happens over and over again, feeding the universe cycle of death and rebirth. And then it's just starting out a Ragnarok. So but the wars. This is Thanos here. So like all this stuff is like almost like predestined, and it has to happen in order for life to go on. Okay. So the dwarf city here that are all dead. They're all dead except for a few of them. Okay? And this is the dwarves that found the first piece. So the dwarves got the first piece. And now Loki's like, come on, let's go find it. So the ship in the bottle will lead him to the next piece. Let's fetch this first piece before it causes too much drama. And he ends up in the dead dwarf kingdom. Okay. He's like, drama. Because they're all dead. No, that's not technically his fault that they're all dead. They were dead before. So he found the piece, and he didn't, and it morphed into a weapon on its own. All he had to do was touch it. So now this dwarf has this killer axe thing. And Loki shows up.
I think that's the difference.
Oh, hang on. My friends, do you not recognize Loki, eternal ally of the dwarfs? Wait, are you not interested to know why I'm here? Ah. So that's what I'm looking for. Listen to me. Uh-oh. At last, Loki, it appears Seymour is done listening. That's his name. Is done listening. Who are you to tell us whether or not we are cursed or whether or not we should be immune to it? Our maker. We think that we'd rather be up to us, don't you? And this is our story, not yours. To be continued. Okay, so the pieces now have lives of their own. So this one piece became an axe. The other two are floating out there, and it says next issue, July 12th. So yeah. Loki built the ship. Ship hit the world tree, broke into 3 places, went 3 different places, and the pieces are cursed. So now Loki's got to get them back. 3 pieces back. So this is Loki number 1. Super cool cover. Good art. Story's good so far. This is my very first Loki comic. I don't have any. And yeah, let me know what you think of this. Should I keep going with this? Or should this be the only one? So yeah, let me know what you think. And later.